Once upon a time, in a magnificent palace of glass and gold, lived two royal sisters, Zaya and Ava. Zaya, the elder, was sharp and driven, often feeling overshadowed by Ava, whose sweet nature seemed to draw all the warmth and praise. This deep resentment simmered inside Zaya, turning her into a perpetually jealous sister. The perfect battleground for their rivalry was the royal conservatory, a glorious room where Ava's gentle touch made the exotic flowers bloom brightest. It was here, on one sunny afternoon, that Zaya decided to assert her control, unknowingly setting the younger sister on a path to uncover an old family secret. The royal conservatory glowed under the afternoon sky, filled with luminous plants and the cheerful songs of mechanical birds. Ava carefully misted a moonbloom, a trumpet-shaped plant that blossomed intensely under her hand. Luca, her tutor, smiled. "The moonbloom looks happier today. Ava, your touch really is a marvel." Then Zaya arrived. Her steps were loud, and her silver tunic seemed to absorb the room's light. She eyed the flower with dismissal. "Pathetic," she muttered. "It's only thriving because I fixed the vents. You only pay attention to useless things." Zaya ignored Luca's attempt to start their history lesson. "You've splashed water on your skirt," she said to Ava, a cruel smile spreading across her face. "How clumsy. Now, your studies are done. Go clean the dusty east wing of the library, unless you want me to tell father you skip your chores." Ava looked defeated. With a quiet sigh, she gathered her dress and left. Zaya, having won the room, turned to Luca with manufactured sweetness, holding out her hand for his data slate. "Now that she's gone, show me the Sky Cities section. I'm sure you'd explain it so much better." Luca reluctantly handed her the slate. The East Wing Library was a forgotten place. Dust motes danced in the lone shaft of light from a tall, arched window, illuminating towering bookshelves draped in cobwebs. This wing was usually locked, a fact Ava knew well, but Zaya had clearly found a way to open it just for this humiliating chore. Ava reluctantly picked up a duster, sighing as she ran it over ancient, untouched tomes. As she worked, she stumbled upon a precarious pile of old scrolls tucked away behind a leaning shelf. Beneath them, something glinted. It was a small, ornate device, a fragile, ancient holographic journal. Curiosity piqued. Eva gently brushed the dust from it and pressed a faint symbol on its surface. The journal flickered to life, projecting a soft, ethereal light. A wise, kindly face materialized in the hologram. A woman named Isla. Her voice, warm but urgent, echoed faintly through the dusty silence. "If you have found this," Isla began, "then perhaps the time has come. My sister." Her jealousy knew no bounds. She hid a precious gift, a simple, beautiful relic, deep within a passage only accessible by royal blood. Find what was truly lost, not what was stolen. The message flickered, then faded, leaving Ava holding the glowing journal, a stunned look on her face. A secret, a stolen relic, royal blood. This was far more interesting than dusting. Back in the royal conservatory, Zaya was fully enjoying her victory. She lounged casually on a stone bench, holding Luca's data slate and quizzing him on the history of Nira, clearly not needing the tutor's help but relishing the power of having him all to herself. Luca, meanwhile, looked distracted, his eyes frequently drifting to the door, worried about Ava. Suddenly, the door burst open. Ava scrambled into the room, her hair slightly messy and faint smudges of dust still clinging to her bright dress. She was oblivious to her appearance, too excited by her find. In her hands, the holographic journal pulsed with a soft, ethereal light. "Luca, you won't believe it." Ava hurried past the glowing moonbloom and straight to the tutor. "The East Wing, it's not just dusty. I found this." She thrust a journal toward him, whispering urgently. "It speaks of a stolen relic in a secret passage. It mentioned royal blood." Zaya froze. Her sweet facade vanished instantly. She slammed the data slate down on the bench. She hadn't heard all the details, but the words relic, secret, and found were enough. Her attention, which had been focused on asserting dominance over Luca, snapped entirely onto Ava. Something important was happening, and Ava had found it again.
What is that junk? Zaya demanded, rising with menacing stillness. You were supposed to be cleaning, not rummaging through ancient garbage. Give that to me. Double quotes. Ava quickly pulled the journal away, clutching it tightly. No, it belongs here, and it told me. I don't care what the garbage told you. Zaya's voice was low and dangerous. I am the eldest. Anything found on palace grounds must be reported to me first.
Hand it over. Right now. Zaya reached out a demanding hand, the familiar cold jealousy burning in her eyes. Luca, seeing the situation about to escalate, stepped between the sisters. Zaya, wait. Ava, perhaps we should look at it privately. It might be nothing. It's not nothing, Ava insisted, refusing to back down. Zaya only laughed, a harsh, humorless sound. Fine. If you won't hand it over here, we'll see where you try to hide it next. I know you, little sister. You can't keep a secret for 5 minutes. Her eyes narrowed. I'll be watching. Ava and Luca exchanged a nervous glance. They had to act fast before Zaya could tell their parents, or worse, follow them. The next move had to be back to the East Wing. With Zaya's threat echoing in their ears, Ava and Luca knew they had no time to lose. They raced back to the deserted East Wing library, their footsteps hushed on the dusty floor. Ava, guided by the holographic journal, tapped a hidden symbol carved into the spine of a massive, ancient book on a central shelf. With a soft click and a grinding rumble, the bookshelf slowly swung inward, revealing a dimly lit, narrow secret passage beyond. A gust of stale air, heavy with the scent of old stone and forgotten things, wafted out. Ava clutched the glowing journal, its light illuminating their eager faces. After you, Luca, she whispered, her voice a mix of awe and trepidation. As Luca stepped carefully into the passage, Ava was about to follow, but a cold, familiar voice made her freeze. Not so fast, little sister. Zaya emerged from the shadows behind them, a predatory glint in her eyes. She must have followed them silently, waiting for the perfect moment. Did you truly think I wouldn't notice your little escapade? Always sneaking around, finding things you shouldn't. She stalked forward, her silver tunic shimmering in the faint light. Give me that journal. Now. Not so fast, little sister. Zaya emerged from the shadows behind them, a predatory glint in her eyes. She must have followed them silently, waiting for the perfect moment. Did you truly think I wouldn't notice your little escapade? Always sneaking around, finding things you shouldn't. She stalked forward, her silver tunic shimmering in the faint light. Give me that journal. Now. Ava instinctively pulled the journal closer. No. It's important, Zaya. It speaks of a family secret. A secret you found, of course. Zaya sneered, reaching for the book. It always has to be you, doesn't it? The favored one. Stumbling upon grand discoveries while I'm left to manage the mundane tasks of the kingdom. Her hand clamped down on the journal, trying to wrench it from Ava's grasp. I am the eldest. This belongs to me. The sisters struggled, the glowing journal caught between them. No, Ava cried, her voice strained. You don't understand! Double quotes. In their desperate tug of war, the journal twisted in their hands, causing its light to surge and pulse dramatically. A bright, blinding flash erupted from the book, illuminating the passage. As the light subsided, it settled on a small, ornate pedestal recessed into the ancient stone wall further inside the passage. Upon the pedestal, gleaming softly in the journal's lingering glow, was a simple yet exquisitely crafted silver locket. It was the relic that Isla had spoken of, the missing treasure, hidden away, finally revealed. The sisters stopped their struggle, Mesmerized by the quiet brilliance of the locket, their rivalry temporarily forgotten in the face of this unexpected discovery. The three of them stood frozen in the dusty secret passage, the glowing journal a silent beacon between Ava and Zaya, its light falling upon the silver locket. A moment of shared awe replaced their struggle. Zaya, her earlier fury now mixed with overwhelming curiosity, finally broke the silence. With a quick, decisive move, she yanked the locket from the pedestal. "What is this?" she demanded, turning it over in her hand. "Some ancient power?" Double quotes data as she spoke. The locket clicked open. Instead of a magical glow, a small, faded holographic image flickered to life from within it. It showed their own mother, much younger, her face radiant and full of joy, holding the very same silver locket. Suddenly, the holographic journal in Ava's hand flared again, and Isla's gentle voice filled the passage, clearer this time. "That locket, it was a simple gift, a token of affection from our mother, given to my sister, Flora, on her 16th birthday. My own jealousy consumed me then. I hid it, foolishly believing it held some power my sister didn't deserve. I thought if I hid it, I would somehow diminish her." Isla's holographic form appeared again, sorrow etched on her face. But it held no power beyond the love of a mother. It was never truly stolen, only hidden by a jealous sister. Zaya stared at the image of her young mother, then down at the simple locket, then finally at Ava. The words of Isla, recounting the tale of another jealous sister, hit her with stunning clarity. The relic wasn't about power or status. It was about love and a sister's petty envy, her own behavior. The constant need to diminish Ava, to win attention and praise, it was all laid bare in Isla's story. Her face, usually so composed in anger, softened with a flicker of shame, then understanding. The harsh lines around her mouth relaxed. "Mother, this was just her locket," Zaya whispered, almost to herself. She looked up at Ava, her defenses crumbling. "I thought it was something amazing. Something you found, of course. Something I could never have." Ava, seeing the genuine remorse in her sister's eyes, felt her own anger dissipate. "It is amazing, Zaya," Ava said softly, "because it belonged to Mother, and it reminds us that love is the greatest treasure." Luca stepped forward, a gentle smile on his face. "Perhaps the real treasure isn't the locket itself, but the truth it revealed. And the understanding you two now share." Zaya nodded slowly, then, with an awkwardness she rarely showed, offered the locket to Ava. "We should take this to Mother. She'll be so happy to see it again." Ava smiled. Taking the locket, the two sisters, no longer rivals, but finally sharing a genuine moment of understanding, turned and walked out of the secret passage together. The East Wing, once a place of banishment, was now a place of shared secrets and newfound sisterhood.